I think we all know why, and don't be surprised if it's played next week as well, everybody. So welcome, everybody, to Get the Tables podcast. We are live every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and now on Sunday evenings. This is our Raw and SmackDown live post show. Thank you for the super hard speeds, and thank you, Jeffrey Cross. Periscope's doing that crap where I cannot see who else is in here, but I know I see Bob Ruski, see Brandon out there, I see Speed, I see Jody, I see Budweiser, I see all you guys in there. Am I live on YouTube? I believe I am. Yes, we are live on YouTube. So thank you, everybody. Lots to talk about. A couple of more matches were added to Hell in a Cell. We had an interesting Raw last night and a pretty solid SmackDown Live where we saw a matchup that I think we all have been waiting to see. So let's jump right into Raw tonight. Let me just get the camera ready and set and get everything up and going. I have it right here. All right. So we're just going to run through everything from Raw, and I'll get you guys' thoughts and dislikes from each segment. So we had Roman Reigns open up last night's Raw, where we thought, at least I thought we were going to get probably the Shield opening up Raw, but no, we had Roman Reigns opening up Raw, pretty much talking about what happened last week and about how the Shield came down and they are workhorses, and that he didn't want, pretty much what Dave said, they didn't want Strowman to win the way he did, how he was going to win, where, you know, Reigns had a 20-minute plus match with Balor, ended up winning, and they came to save the day at the end of the night. But to sum it all up, we had Baron Corbin come out and make the main event, which was Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns taking on Ziggler and McIntyre. It was kind of an awkward and weird segment because you have one guy who's the Money in the Bank holder. We found out last night he's going to cash in it at Hell in a Cell, and it'll be Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman inside the Hell in a Cell. But they ended up being a tag team last night, and they even shook hands as well. We'll go with you first, Dave. Your thoughts of the opening segment of Raw, and your thoughts on Braun Strowman cashing in his Money in the Bank at Hell in a Cell inside a Hell in a Cell match.
I mean, the opening segment, I guess, was pretty good. But, I mean, I don't think this really needs Hell in a Cell, which I'm sure everyone will disagree with that. But we talked before we went on. I just don't think this match is really that deep of a rivalry to, like, oh, we have to have Hell in a Cell. You know, like, something like that. It's like, and I guess it makes sense. So he says he's going to cash it in at Hell in a Cell now. So, which is different than we've seen the other ones, other than John Cena do something like that. But yeah, like they get for a big pay-per-view. I guess this is going to be the next feud for like the next 4 or 5 months. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, we got a little tag match too. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's nothing I'm really that looking forward to. But
okay, that's fair enough. And I think we'll get more into it when we touch on the main event and SmackDown Live, where a lot of people would probably rather have another match in particular in a cell over this match in a Hell in a Cell. And I know a lot of people are saying, a couple of you in the chat room, saying that this match doesn't necessarily need a Hell in a Cell, but it does in a way where Strowman did say, he mentioned it on Monday night, he wants to keep those two guys out of the mix because they are the reason why that Reigns held on to that title last week. So, yes, Strowman will be with Reigns inside a Hell in a Cell. Justin, your thoughts of the opening segment of Raw?
So, here's the thing for me. The opening segment, it was okay. You know, we had last week the return of the Shield where Braun Strowman got triple power bombed by them through the announce table. You know, fast forward to last night. Now you have Braun Strowman tag teaming with Roman Reigns. You know, like you said, shaking his hand, which we find out why later on in the night after the main event, why he teamed up with them anyway. But it didn't make sense, and I honestly figured the Shield would start Raw instead of Roman and Braun. So the whole thing didn't make sense to me, and it was what it was.
People in the chat room, Justin, are saying that they cannot hear you. You are very low, my friend.
My volume's all the way up, so I don't know.
Yeah, you just need to talk louder. I think you just need to talk or closer to your phone. Because we could barely hear you. So I don't know. We'll see how it keeps going. But yeah, scream louder, says Bobarooski. After that, we had Baron Corbin put in his general manager role into play and made a match after that to start Raw, which was Baron Corbin taking on Finn Balor. Corbin ends up getting disqualified, but after that rolls outside the ring, grabs the microphone and said, "Oh, I forgot, I'm sorry, that this was a no disqualification match." Goes back inside, hits Balor again with the chair, hits the end of days, and picks up the win over over Finn Balor. So already pretty much abusing his power. He kind of had a backstage segment saying that if you're not going to abuse your power, or if you're not going to try to make things your way, why even try to be the general manager? And he's trying to make things different on Raw to where Kurt Angle comes back, he has huge boots to fit and all this crap, and it's just like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get Baron Corbin putting himself over week after week after week after week. Justin, any thoughts on this Baron Corbin and Finn Balor match again, where we did see Finn Balor pick up the win? Match was reversed into a no disqualification, and we saw Baron Corbin end up winning.
To me, it was just a time waster, so I didn't really care for it. I mean, it was what it was.
Okay. What about you, Dave? Any thoughts?
I mean, yeah, it's just another one of those things. The guy in charge gets a little bit of power, so he changes the rules or whatever. Kind of a la William Regal, Jericho stuff, but yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, it's a don't DQ match now.
Yeah, and if you're thinking if he's going to use that logic every week, he might as well just give himself the damn world title, or try to win the world title. If you know what I mean, like if he's going to go with that type of style, he should try to win a belt. Next, we had Apollo and Dana Brooke talking backstage. Titus ends up interrupting and says that Dana has a match tonight, taking on Sasha Banks. And this was the first time Dana had a singles match in quite some time. And I thought she looked pretty damn good. I thought she was very impressive in the match. She's very athletic. And I put on Twitter, and it got a lot of feedback as well. She has the skills. She has the assets. But why won't WWE give her a legit shot? I will go with you first, Dave. Why do you think WWE will not give Dana Brooke a legit shot at a singles run?
Because she doesn't really have what we always hear the old guys always talking about. She doesn't really have that it factor about her. She just does. I mean, sorry, Dana Brooke fans, but I mean, she just doesn't. She doesn't draw you in like a lot of the other, like a Sasha, Bailey, Charlotte, Becky will. She doesn't really draw you in. She doesn't have that, I guess, charisma. I guess she doesn't. I guess that's to me. I don't know. I just don't see that much interest in watching her matches. I mean, she doesn't really interest me that much. I knew Boss Time was gonna win. I mean, come on.
Oh, definitely. But you got to tip your hat a little bit to Dana Brooke, because I thought she looked pretty impressive. I mean, she did the moonsault into the corner. She looked good. It wasn't like she went out there and got squashed. She went out there, actually kind of performed pretty well, and then taking a loss over Banks. I didn't think she was going to win. No, not at all.
It's a 3-hour show. You got to give them at least 5 minutes.
But how often do they really give Dana Brooke, even when she was actually wrestling, time in the ring when she was going, this is probably this is probably her best match I've seen Dana Brooke ever have in a WWE.
I can agree with that.
Well, in NXT, she was booked a lot better, yes. But, I mean, here it's like she's just kind of a valet in a way. And when you put her in the ring, when she does more than 5 minutes and actually gets offense in, she doesn't look too bad. I mean, but yeah, I mean, that's a lot of, I mean, was the match bad? No. But I don't think it was great. But yeah, she had a couple nice moves, some roll-ups where they made you think, oh, this is like a classic wrestling match. Type thing. I mean, they like to do that. But yeah, the match wasn't bad. Sorry, Brooke fans, but whatever. Of course, Sasha.
Budweiser says we eventually going to get Cruz turning on Titus, I bet. I hope so, man. I mean, if Cruz turns heel and Dana Brooke stays with him, it will work. It could work. There's a possible chance that it could work. Now, if he's going by himself, I'm not too positive on it. But if she joins him and she's here as her manager and she can talk. I mean, she's not the greatest microphone worker, but she's better than Apollo Crews. So
Okay,
give her that. It can work.
what if they go the other way though?
And have her with Titus, I would
And
not.
have Titus turn heel on him and all that type thing.
I don't know. To me, Apollo needs something new, something fresh.
He definitely does.
He's stuck in Balor land. It's like I'm gonna start calling it Balor land because he's stuck to where he's doing nothing each week, and when he's doing something, he's either losing, but putting on a good match, or is in some type of silly segment with Titus O'Neil. Have him, turn heel, see what the man can do. Obviously, he'll be feuding with Titus for a couple of weeks. If he has something, then he can move it on. Man, imagine if he's a heel and he answers a Seth Rollins Open Challenge. I mean, imagine how good that match would be. There's so many opportunities for Apollo Crews if he turns heel. He's definitely a waste of talent. I agree with you on that, Pornbot. What about you, Justin? Your thoughts on Dana Brooke last night?
Well, I mean, to answer your question, I can give you multiple reasons. You can name Ronda Rousey, Sasha, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Natalia, Mickey James. Unfortunately, right now, Dana Brooke is just at the bottom of the totem pole. I mean, it's not totally her fault, but that's just the truth of it as it is right now.
Yeah, and she's not going to be given any type of. If she was on SmackDown Live, she might be given like at least a title shot, maybe a program with Charlotte, Becky Lynch, or Carmella. But on Raw, it's just too stacked with the ladies that they have currently on the roster, and that she'll get chosen over. So Dana Brooke has the athleticism, but unfortunately, she will probably never, ever win a women's championship. Next, we did have Seth Rollins come down and pull out his, well, it looks like hopefully maybe weekly open challenge. And it was Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens enters the open challenge last night. So we get a Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens WWE Intercontinental Championship match. And boy, oh freaking boy, this match was fantastic. They gave them enough time in the ring. It even looked like a couple of times that even Kevin Owens might even pull off the victory. Obviously, he doesn't. Seth Rollins is picking up the win and retaining the championship. But the most interesting thing was what happened after the match, which was Kevin Owens sitting in the ring after a commercial break, grabs the microphone and pretty much says, "I quit," and leaves the ring. It kind of hurts the storyline when you pretty much already have announced that he'll be on the Australian Super Show, taking on John Cena and Bobby Lashley in a tag match. But it does kind of make things a little bit interesting for Kevin Owens storyline-wise. And I mentioned this on Twitter last night. This was probably the best Kevin Owens has been booked in quite some time. The last couple of weeks, even months, he's been in squash matches, getting destroyed by Braun Strowman, and was in a quick match at SummerSlam as well. So, Dave, your thoughts of the whole "I Quit" storyline with Kevin Owens and the IC Championship match?
Match was good. I didn't think Kevin Owens was gonna win, but yeah, I thought Rollins was gonna win, of course. But I mean, this whole thing reminded me of way back when in the Attitude Era when Mick Foley sat in a chair in the middle of the ring and just said, "I quit."
Okay.
And I just remember that. That's what it stuck out to me. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting, like you said, the Australian tour. Now that he's scheduled to be on there. So if he's there, what does that really say? So honestly, with this storyline, they should make him not there.
Yeah, well, and we touched on this on the weekend shows, I think a couple of weeks ago, that Kevin Owens was rumored to be taking time off anyways, trying to recuperate from some injuries, also spend some family time as well. So I think this was kind of, I mean, I was even surprised to see Kevin Owens in a SummerSlam match at all. So I think this is probably their way of getting him off TV for a little bit. Oh, wrestling is fake. Oh, boo-hoo, a troll. What else is new?
Well, you also said Kevin Owens was booked way better in this match. Just last week at SummerSlam, he lost in like a minute. So
Well, I mean, I understand that, but the last couple of weeks he's been kind of treated like a joke. And
yep.
Past couple months he has.
yeah, and last night he was actually in a competitive match. I mean, the match went longer than 10 minutes. It was actually a really good match. They didn't make Kevin Owens look like a joke. Pulled out some different moves. I mean, the moonsault was excellent. I thought that move he pulled out. I mean, he did a lot of moves, homage to Vader. If you looked at, he did the power slam off the turnbuckle. Vader did the power the body drop off the turnbuckle. Well, I mean, it was an elbow drop, and then he did the moonsault as well off the top rope. He missed, and then ended up losing. I'm sorry?
Who's Vader?
Vader.
He said Vader.
Oh, Vader. Oh, I thought you said Vader. Oh, okay.
Oh, Vader. So it looked like a little bit of an homage to Vader last night with the moonsault, the elbow drop off the rope. This are the little things. But yeah, what about you, Justin? Did you enjoy the IC title match?
Oh, I enjoyed the hell out of it. To me, this was the best match of both shows. I mean, we'll talk about Bryan and Almas a little bit later, but to me, this was the best match of both shows. Rollins and him did a tremendous job, and I like that little stunner spot we got. So, I mean, all of Austin and The Rock, so that was pretty neat. The moonsault was pretty cool, and just like Dave said about when he quit, I thought of Batista when he quit in the middle of the ring. That's what made me think of that.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat room were also putting the whole Batista stuff in here. And just ignore the troll. If the troll's in here talking trash, that just shows that this dude has no life because he's coming in here talking trash about a thing he thinks is fake. So that just shows you what kind of person that guy is. But just hit the block button or even report him, and you won't see his stupid comments. You can also do them with the porn bots as well, because I know the porn bots can get a little bit of annoying, especially since they echo a lot of what you guys say. So also, if you want to ignore all this, and I promise you there's no trolls, go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and go up there, and you will get no trolls. You'll get no porn bots. You'll get just a couple of people in there watching it with you. Trust me, YouTube, I've heard, is a lot better than on Periscope. Not saying to leave, but just for FYI. What was you going to say, Dave?
Texas Kid might be there, so there might be one troll.
Yeah, it's lonely on YouTube, I know, because I don't really read the chat room. I need to get better at that. Actually, I'm going to pull that up right now. I'm going to do that right now. So while we touch on the next segment, which was the B team. Ugh. The B team taking on the Revival in a regular tag team match, which was kind of funny because last week we get them taking on the B team in singles matches. Both the Revival members get the victory over the B team. We get the singles match, the tag team match tonight, and then they announced last night that the Revival will get their tag team opportunity next week on Raw for the tag team championships. You got to assume that this was probably just to get the Revival that match. There's no way they're winning next week. But Justin, your thoughts, and do we see a title change hands next week?
I mean, it was an okay match, and I gotta say, right before this match started, I tweeted poor Revival, and they actually got the win. So I might keep doing that. Maybe that'll keep happening. But other than that, it was an okay match for what we were given, I guess.
All right, Dave, what about you?
The way Corbin's been tweeting about the Revival, I don't know. I mean, he's their guy, so it seems like he might just screw over the B team next week, just give them the tag titles.
That is very true. We could see a screw job. We could definitely see a screw job, and Baron has been putting over the Revival lately on Twitter. I think he even tweeted to them after Raw last night. So definitely got to keep that in mind as well. Don't forget, if you are watching us on YouTube, please hit that like button. The likes do really mean a lot on YouTube, and we'll get more people to come into the show as well. So if you're watching the show currently on YouTube, I'm in the chat room as well. So hello to Mavs Fan and Legit. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Please hit that like button. I would really appreciate that. And if you're in here, please share the broadcast or retweet us on Twitter. I really appreciate that. And the hearts. that you guys are pumping are very much appreciated. We're trying to get to 6 million hearts, and we're very, very close to getting there. So the more you pump those hearts, the more appreciated. And again, I cannot see who's popping in and out. Periscope's being funky tonight. So thank you guys for joining us. Brandon, I saw you pop in here. So thank you guys for the support. What is your opinion on the triple header they showed last night and tonight? Oh, how they're showing. Yeah, what do you guys think about that? How they're showing what's going on throughout the whole night. The little, what was it? The little
graphic.
Graphic. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. The graphic of the whole match card of the whole night. What did you think of it, Dave?
I don't mind it. I mean, it's something different they're trying, I guess. Like here tonight we have, like on SmackDown, it was, to me, it was noticeable. But yeah, I mean, you know, you have AJ Styles, Brie Bella, and Daniel Bryan, and whatever else the other one was, the title match or whatever. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's something different they're trying, so why not? I don't mind it, I guess.
What about you, Justin?
I kind of like it, you know, like Dave said, it is something different, and hopefully, you know, having this, we won't have Cole saying stuff 10 times in a row to get it over on the show. So, I mean, that'll definitely be a good change.
It's better than the word of the hour.
That's true, too.
Did we get it? I don't think we got a word of the hour last night, so thank God. I hope they stop that shit. No offense to Coachman fans, but Jonathan Coachman is a fucking horrible commentator. And him thinking the word of the hour is cute is absolutely stupid. So I hope WWE made him stop doing that shit.
Bring Renee Young back.
Right, I would love Renee Young back. Fuck it, I would love Booker T. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack. So the Revival will get their tag team title rematch next week on Raw. So that should be interesting to see if they actually win or not. We will find out next week. And that's when we got a pretty entertaining segment after that, which was Elias coming down to perform for the Toronto crowd. And, of course, he did his usual bashing of the crowd, taking his cheap shots. And that's when we see Trish Stratus, of all people, come down and confront Elias. And I thought the segment was really good. It was done very well. They made Trish look really good. They made Elias look really good. The segment was entertaining. It was building up to what we got next on the next match on the card. But Dave did make a good point. It made Trish look good, and it did their job to where it gets you excited, I guess, for the women's revolution, and it reminds you that they're kind of hyping up Trish Stratus being on the card. But what did this do for Elias? That's the question for you guys in the chat room. What did it do for Elias? Dave, what did you think of the segment between Trish Stratus and Elias last night?
I mean, to start off, Elias, I mean, it was entertaining how badly he was just destroying the Toronto crowd, and we've seen that carry over tonight as well, too. But, I mean, yeah, I mean, just kind of killing them, like, no one wants to be here. This is bottom. When you start at bottom, that was entertaining. But, yeah, Trish came out, didn't expect it, so it was a nice little shocker. You know, you didn't expect to see her, which they had some funny little banter back and forth. But, like you just said, and what I said before we went on the air, I mean, this really did nothing for Elias at all. Uh-oh. It would have been better if she came out during that match, actually, and not even had the Elias thing happen. I mean, something. I mean, I don't know. But it made zero sense to me to have her out there with Elias. But, I mean, I guess they're trying to get maybe Elias this is going to sound really bad. So bear with me. Maybe Elias just needed a rub from Trish.
Yeah, that PG rub, everybody, PG rub.
So So let me ask: is a PG rub?
What's up, Bliss?
Never mind.
A legend rub. There you go, Bob Ruski. There you go. All right, get a little.
A Hall of Fame rub.
You know, it doesn't really do anything necessarily for Elias, but hey. Today, if you're talking to Raw with a buddy who didn't see Raw, what are the three things that you probably mentioned on Raw? The Strowman stuff, probably the Kevin Owens, and then Trish Stratus showing up with Elias. So it does make a little bit of sense to Yeah, it didn't necessarily make Elias look good. It didn't necessarily put him over, but it did the job. It got you a little bit more heat behind Elias, maybe, and you got to see a Hall of Famer, Trish Stratus, who looks amazing at her age. And yeah, I thought the segment was entertaining. What about you, Justin? What'd you think?
Yeah, the segment was entertaining. It was just weird placement to have her come out, while Elias is out there. It kind of made him look like a bitch, honestly. I mean, I get it. I understand what she was there for, and why she was out there with him. But it's just weird placement for her at that time. Like Dave said, I would have rather her come out during the match.
Or did you guys think that maybe there was another male wrestler that was going to come out and then it was going to start a match with Elias or something? I mean, that's what I thought this was leading to, and then all of a sudden here comes Alexa, and then we get that little match.
That must mean you look good then, Budweiser, huh? I just thought it was going to be something different, and even Sean Ross said on Twitter, he does kind of tweet out spoilers for Raw, so don't follow him too much. Was saying that they're keeping the Elias segment very hush-hush. So there you go. That's why they did it. So it was Trish Stratus and kind of promoting more of the Evolution pay-per-view that's coming up in a couple of weeks, and that's because we saw Alexa Bliss come out, as well as Alicia Fox. We got Natalya coming out with Ronda Rousey because we had Natalya taking on Alicia Fox. This match probably was just a match for Natalya to wrestle in front of her Canadian from her home country and get the win. Not only did she get the win, she got to put the sharpshooter on Alicia Fox as well. So, yeah, I mean, it wasn't probably the best match, but it was probably a really fantastic moment for Natalya. Anything you guys want to touch on this, Dave or Justin?
Nope.
I mean, we got the backstage stuff with all of them too, but yeah.
Oh, when they took their the old Grammy,
Selfie.
the Ellen DeGeneres Oscar selfie picture that she took years ago. That's what it looked like. They're all in the backstage area trying to smile all pretty. Stop watching WWE recently.
I was talking about what everyone. I was just talking about what everyone else is excited for, and can't wait to see this next week. But the Bella Twins are going to be on Raw next week.
Oh, that's right. I thought you were talking about something else. Yeah, the Bellas will be on next week.
Fighting the Riot Squad.
Wrestling the Riot Squad. And not only that, they already made a match for the Super Show in Australia. I believe it's the Riot Squad taking on Ronda Rousey, Natalya, I believe, and someone else. Am I missing someone? Who am I missing?
Who else would it be? I don't know. I don't know who else it would be.
Someone put it in the chat room. I know I'm missing someone in there.
Ember Moon, maybe?
Oh, wait.
Ember Moon? Probably Ember, yeah.
No. It's not Ember Moon. Or is it the Bellas and Natalya taking on the Riot Squad? I think, or is it Rousey? I don't know. Who cares? But yeah, they announced that the Rousey will be at the Super Show in Australia. Let's see, what else before we move on to that? Oh, Baron Corbin talks to Stephanie on the phone. Oh, Bellas and Rousey. Thank you, Truth and Loyalty. Baron Corbin talks to Stephanie on the phone, saying that he will take care of Kevin Owens. Corbin tells a producer to get his masseuse. Bobby Lashley then comes into the room. And that's when Corbin makes a match for Bobby Lashley. And, of course, Bobby Lashley doesn't know who his opponents are because Baron Corbin has so much on his mind that he cannot remember who his opponent is. So, first, Bobby Lashley goes out. I'm thinking it's probably going to be maybe some type of a handicap match. Maybe we get AOP. I won't mind that. I know I'm not going to be too happy with Bobby Lashley getting beat down. But, at least it'll make sense. You want maybe to get more heat on AOP, make them look dominant once again, because if you don't remember, they were losing singles matches to Titus Worldwide. But anyways, we get Bobby Lashley taking on the Ascension. And not only that, we get Michael Cole making it seem like this was a fucking impressive win. Excuse my language, but the Ascension haven't won a tag match in how long? And we're supposed to expect Lashley to lose against these two guys. Not only that, I was so excited when WWE signed Bobby Lashley. He was in a good spot on Impact Wrestling. He was getting booked very well, and he was putting on some pretty good matches as well. But since he's been moved to WWE and had a couple of feuds, this man is getting wasted on Raw. He's
Big
getting
time.
wasted as a person and getting wasted as a wrestler. If I was him, I would be very, very upset. And now he's stuck in Finn Balor land. And he'll probably be feuding with Baron Corbin very soon. So we'll go with you first, Justin. Your thoughts on this whole Bobby Lashley situation?
I mean, it absolutely sucks for him. I mean, like you said, when he signed, I was like, oh, or when he came out after WrestleMania or whatever, I was like, oh, Lashley's back. This is going to be pretty cool. But, I mean, every feud he's been in ever since has been lackluster. It's been underwhelming. He's been underperforming. I'm just sitting here thinking that, once his contract is up, I wonder if he wants to go back to Impact now. Like maybe he thinks he made a mistake.
Who just got that notification on their phone from WWE? Who got that notification on your phone from WWE on what they just announced? A new match for the Super Show.
I haven't.
What's that?
It's Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles in a stipulation match.
What's that?
I don't fucking know.
Oh.
But why would you have that match at the Super Show? Why even announce it before the match has happened at Hell in a Cell? To me, that already makes it seem like Styles is going to win.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think.
Yep.
We're probably going to see some type of disqualification now.
Yep.
And fucking WWE. Why? Why?
Count out.
They just pulled an Impact. They just
Why would you do that in a stipulation match? What the hell is that?
A Wendy on a pole match.
What is this? A winner gets Wendy's for a year? Like, what the hell?
Hey, whoa! Oh, Wendy's.
Yeah, Wendy's, the food, the food. Your thoughts on Bobby Lashley? Because we're almost done. We only have two more matches to talk about.
I mean, yes, I get what you're saying, but you also just said that, I would love to have AOP beat down Lashley, make him look strong. Well, the Ascension was probably really the only team they could put out there to face Bobby Lashley to make him look strong out there. So, I mean, it seems like they're trying to build Bobby Lashley up a little bit compared to what they're doing, because no one's going to beat Roman probably, so that's probably done with. But, I mean, they're trying to build him up somewhat, I think, to make him look dominant, and then Corbin's going to have to do something bigger to that. So, I mean, it's obvious, like you said, it's going to be having Corbin probably to do something. Maybe Bobby Lashley will lead a team for Team Kurt Angle to get his job back or something down the line. I don't know.
Well, see, Little Zay we'll touch on that in a minute. We'll tell you what Little Zay said, because I don't necessarily agree with him. Next, we did get Dean Ambrose taking on Jinder Mahal. Not really much to talk about then. But we do get Braun Roman is getting ready backstage. Braun confronts him and tells him that they don't like each other, but they will be on the same page tonight and save it for Hell in a Cell. Roman says Braun will look in the mirror and realize he will not have that Universal title. And that's when we get the tag match between Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman taking on Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. And my first critique of this Raw was, you have that awesome ending to Raw last week. For a lot of people enjoyed it, where you got the Shield reunion and they take out Braun and got the power bomb through the table, so you're all super hyped and you're thinking, man, Raw this week's going to be pretty awesome. We might get Strowman trying to take out the Shield. It was the fucking total opposite. It was like the Shield reunion never happened. It was like they just wanted to throw out some new Shield merchandise for everybody to get the Shield merchandise over and get some more money in their pockets, to also save Roman Reigns from losing, to also try to get him more cheered after what we saw last night, where we saw Braun Strowman end up turning on Roman Reigns. He ends up basically turning heel and kind of not really aligning himself with Ziggler and McIntyre, but aligning himself with them last night in that particular match.
I mean, come on, Tony. We know what the Shield is doing at the Super Showdown now.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing that really pissed me off. you get Ambrose and Rollins to eventually come down and try to make the save. But instead of them coming down in the Shield theme song, they
Their
come
own.
down fucking separately. Separately. Why? Why would they come down separately to their own music? Like I just said, it was like the Shield reunion didn't even happen. It's like they forgot about it. It's like the little things that maybe not a lot of people think of, but us wrestling fans do. I just didn't understand it at all. But we'll go with you first, Justin. Your thoughts on the whole main event and the Braun Strowman heel turn?
Well, I mean, to just start off with what you just said, I mean, they were in Bizarro World after all, aka Canada, so maybe what happens here doesn't happen there. I don't know. It's just whatever that is. The match itself was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it, and I'm actually going to give Dolph Ziggler credit. He did really good in the match. And as far as, Strowman turning heel, I didn't like it. I thought it was stupid. I thought the heel should have turned heel. I mean, you have somebody that was white hot in Braun Strowman. Everybody cheer for him as a face, and this just tells you that they'll turn anybody heel as long as it's not Roman Reigns. They're going to keep him as a face and try to get him over as much as they can, even though it's not going to happen. And to go on top of that, I honestly thought they should have, even though maybe nobody wants to see it right now, they should have went back with the Wyatt family. I mean, you think about it, Harper's not doing anything now on SmackDown, and we all know that Wyatt's not doing anything now since Matt Hardy's injured. So I think that would have been the better fit besides Ziggler. So I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I was just confused by the whole thing, honestly.
Well, what honestly should have happened was Braun Strowman giving Baron Corbin a fake Money in the Bank briefcase, and after what they did to Reigns, cashing in. That's what they should have done. You want Strowman to become a heel, you have him give Corbin a fake briefcase, and you have him actually really cash in the briefcase last night and win the title.
Well, see, and to add on to that, what you just said, this whole thing reminds me of John Cena. John Cena pretty much did the same thing, telling you, "Oh, I'm not going to sneak up on you. I'm going to fight you this and here," and then he ends up losing. So that's what I think is actually honestly going to happen. This reminds me of the whole thing of John Cena.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are saying that he's still face in the chat room, but technically he did kind of turn heel. I mean, if you think about it, he aligned himself with heels. It's not like he aligned himself with Bobby Lashley to beat the shit out of to Roman Reigns. It was two guys that have been feuding with Seth Rollins, with Reigns, now with Ambrose. It's guys against the Shield. So technically, he kind of did turn heel. He's temporarily turned heel, definitely. He's going to be faced probably by Royal Rumble. By the time this feud's over with Roman Reigns, he'll be a face again. They're just doing this because they want to get Reigns more over. They're trying to get him cheered, and it's not going to work. I don't know about the San Antonio crowd here. I'm not sure. Roman Reigns might get cheered. I could be wrong. It could be a different crowd here in San Antonio come Hell in the Cell. They're not like the other cities that hate Roman Reigns. They're not going to show that. I could be wrong. They could surprise me. But it seems like more that this is what they do, and they know what type of crowd they're going into in Hell in the Cell, and they feel like this will work. And I'm not sure if it will. We'll find out in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
So, will you boo Reigns? I don't know. Maybe I'll cheer just to be the different guy.
We'll be close enough that he'll hear us, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Hell in the Cell, especially some of the matches that were announced tonight, for sure. We talked about the Ambrose and Jinder match. There was just nothing really to talk about, other than Jinder Mahal getting to wrestle in front of Canada and Bobby Roode not. That's a shock. Ratings, everybody. We'll go with Dave first. Chat room, give us your ratings from last night's Raw. Dave, your thoughts on Raw in a whole, 1 through 5. What would you give Raw?
Before that, can I give my thoughts on this ending segment?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to get your thoughts. Yeah. My bad.
No problem. Yeah, what you said about the whole Shield thing, I agree with you. What they should have done, not to talk too long, but what they should have done, honestly, you should have, like they opened the show with Reigns, they should have just opened the show with the Shield coming out and talking or whatever. But
yep.
that made no sense at all right there. But yeah, I agree with you on that part. And the whole turn thing is just like everyone's pissed off saying, "Oh, he didn't turn, he didn't turn." And I agree with Justin completely about the Wyatt thing because I think we talked about this Sunday too. Like, man, it would be so cool because WWE or someone put it out on Twitter that who would you rather see him feud with or Braun team with to take on the Shield? Like Amber or Ziggler and them were up there, and the Shield against the Shield. But I think the Wyatt family would have made the most sense because people that would have been a cool battle to see again. Because because we also remember the old days when it was the Shield versus the Wyatt family. Those were some great 6-man tag matches.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, it's just weird what they're doing. And like I said, to me, it was a big missed opportunity. WWE last night made it clear that it was all about. We all saw this Monday night on Raw when Raw went off the air. Not even freaking 10 minutes after the show was over, what was out? New Shield T-shirts. New Shield T-shirts. And did you notice last night? Now that they have the cities' names on them now, everybody. So that means that they're going to keep this stuff going, and they're going to keep selling these Shield shirts to have Chicago or Orlando or Houston or San Antonio, whatever the city they're in, because they know they're going to sell. And they're trying, and you have that reunion happening last week, and then you have
no mention of it hardly.
No, they mentioned it at the beginning of the show, and that was it. There was no fallout from it. There was no let's have the Shield take on them or let's have this or that. It was just nothing. And it was just blah. And here Sunday night, we're excited. We're anticipating Raw. But I'll tell you what, everybody, don't you worry, because next week's Raw is going to be even better because we have a special guest going to be on Raw next week, hyping up a match that I necessarily don't give a crap about between Triple H and The Undertaker, and that is Shawn Michaels, something that you won't see Undertaker do, and that is be on a Raw before the Super Show. I can guarantee you that. Shawn Michaels will be at Raw next week in Detroit, Michigan. Dave, he's in your neck of the woods, my friend.
No,
it's in Columbus.
Thank you, Justin. Columbus. Thank you.
I'm sorry. SmackDown's in Detroit, right? SmackDown is in Detroit. Excuse me. I'm sorry. So,
yeah. You know what's funny about that? Why the hell? Really
if you're
quick.
not watching, no, hold on. I'm not done putting over Raw next week. If you're not necessarily going to be watching Raw, I would highly suggest you DVR this episode of Raw because you do not want to miss Shawn Michaels' special appearance tomorrow night next week on Monday Night Raw. Not only that, he'll probably be announced as a special referee for the Super Show because there's just too much history between the three of them. And, HBK on Raw, you can't get any better than that. Dave, your thoughts?
I mean, of course, Taker won't be there. I mean, they can't afford to pay him enough to go to Columbus, Ohio. I mean, geez.
I'm just saying, would Undertaker go to a Columbus, Ohio Raw? But
no.
Shawn Michaels will. Shawn Michaels will.
Yeah, Michaels.
No problem. Shawn Michaels will pop in a plane and go there. No problem. But Undertaker, you got to fucking have a private jet pick him up and have
come on.
Pedals, meet him out on the floor and red carpet and pick him up everywhere. I mean, come on.
Come on, you don't think Triple H is picking up Shawn Michaels in the private jet? Come on, you know he is.
No, he's driving.
Man, he flies commercial, bro.
Oh, we know that for a fact.
HBK lives the life of a regular person. I'll tell you that. Yeah, Taker will show up at Hell in a Cell backstage, Budweiser. He'll be backstage hanging out with Vince, not on the show. WWE has been dead for 10 years. If you look at their profits,
making a shitload of money, so
if you look at their profits,
yeah, tell that to Fox.
It's not. Yeah, tell that to Fox to just purchase their TV show for $1 billion for 5 years. They're doing. I think WWE is doing really good right now.
Yeah, and the after SummerSlam show had over 3 million people watching it.
It's a kids show now. Well, you're a kid watching our pro show, so I appreciate you coming in here. If you feel like it, hit that follow button. We're Get the Tables podcast. We're live every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. So hit that follow button. You can invite your friends and followers as well. You can hit those hearts. Those are much appreciated. Also, in the bio is our Patreon account. So if you would feel like you would like to donate or help the show out, you can donate $1 or $5 on our Patreon account. Yeah, cheap plug. And if you do that, you will be in a giveaway at the end of August. So you have till the end of the weekend. And then also starting next month, you'll be in a giveaway for the Young Buck Pop figurine if you donate either $1 or $5. So the Patreon is in the profile link. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you guys who are watching on YouTube right now. Appreciate that. Dave.
Okay.
Ratings.
Yeah, good for Shawn Michaels. He's going to show up on Raw to keep putting over this match. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of weird, like you guys said earlier, that they're promoting this match like crazy, like it's Rock and Cena Part 3 or something, like once in a lifetime all over again. But yeah, I mean, Undertaker is rumored to be on the list for SmackDown 1000, so there's that.
Oh, wow, probably a satellite picture.
No, he's not The Rock.
What about you, Justin? Your thoughts on the showstopper on Raw next week?
Oh, it's going to be badass, honestly. That's going to make the whole Raw there. They just might as well have him on all 3 hours in the middle of the ring. Shit.
Put Shawn Michaels on commentary. Have him book a match. How about that?
He can't do no worse. Hey, he can't do no worse, dude. He can't do no worse than the commentary we have now.
That's very true.
All right, Future. You're cool, but when you talk about my boy Manu Ginobili, you get blocked.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
When you touch on my man Manu, you're going to get blocked, bro. You went a little bit too far there. You can touch on Shawn Michaels, but when you touch on Manu Ginobili,
that's a no-no.
You've gone a little bit too far there. All right, so Shawn Michaels will be on Raw next week. Looking forward to that. So, Dave, your thoughts in a whole on Raw, your ratings for Raw last night are?
I didn't think it was that good. I really didn't enjoy too much of it, but, I mean, the turn was But overall, one thing I want to ask you guys, did you guys see that little video with Sasha and Bailey online?
No, not yet.
They were taking shade at Charlotte and Becky Lynch. They were like kind of saying all this.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I heard about it, but yeah, I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, it was just funny. Those shouldn't throw glass house or stones who live in glass houses type thing. Yeah, but yeah, I'll give it a 2.
All right, Justin.
This Raw was all over the place last night. I'm gonna give it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3. I mean, it was a little bit worse, but I'll give it a 3.
Jeffrey Cross. I'm gonna give it a 2.5. I was just upset about a lot of shit on Raw last night.
Yep.
Them Bobby Lashley to the whole them not even taking advantage of the Shield. Just to a lot of things last night on Raw just didn't add up to me, and I thought they could have done a lot better. But it is what it is, and that's what Raw is. Next week will be a lot better.
We've been talking for Raw way too long.
Yeah, so let's move to SmackDown Live, where we saw SmackDown Live open up with New Day, the new 5-time champions. And we saw a cameo of King Booker, crowning him into the 5-time champions club. And it was a pretty entertaining opening segment. Not really too much to talk about, but anything you guys want to mention about this segment, Dave or Justin?
The only thing I'll say about it is I just laughed at Big E getting mad because King Booker wouldn't give him a damn nickname. That was pretty funny. I laughed really bad at that.
All right, Big E, man, that's my boy. Dave, what about you?
Yeah, it was pretty entertaining to get to see Big E do that one thing again that he used to do in NXT, the whole 5 thing. That was kind of funny, but yeah. I mean, it's funny because we got all these surprises in Canada this week, which it was just announced that SummerSlam is going to be in Canada next year.
Toronto, yep.
Yeah, how be damned. Canada gets all this good stuff again. They're getting SummerSlam.
Hey, it's better than SummerSlam.
They're going to get NXT as well, so
I'll
Canada,
take it.
I'll
take it over Brooklyn for sure.
And
but yeah. I don't mind LA. I'm just sick of Brooklyn. But yeah, I mean, the opening segment was pretty damn entertaining. I thought I didn't expect to see Booker T in Canada, but because the rumors are going around that Christian was backstage, so people thought maybe he was going to show up. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, it was entertaining, and I like how they did it.
So we had the opening match, which was the Bar taking on the Good Brothers, taking on a tag team that I didn't even know still existed in the WWE, which was the Colognes. They were in this match for some god awful reason.
To take
But
the pin.
Bar picked up the win, and they will be going on to face the winners of next week's match, which is Sanity, the Usos, and who else? I'm missing someone. And Rusev and
Rusev
Aiden
Day.
English. So that should be very interesting on that. We'll get you guys' thoughts on that in just a minute. But Dave, your thoughts on the triple threat match and the Bar coming out the victor?
It was predictable. I mean, it really was. It was obviously the Bar was winning the match. Those are the teams that were in this match. So yeah, even though I wouldn't mind seeing the Club versus New Day, but I mean, we get the Bar probably in the New Day again because that's the thing that's on that I looked up for the card for Hell in the Cell, and it shows New Day versus the Bar for the tag titles.
Well, I'll be damned. The Bar had their interests televised. They were the only team with that privilege. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, yeah, Justin nailed it on it. The Colognes were in there to take the pin. They didn't want the Good Brothers to lose yet because they probably see a future feud with the Bar or even New Day. So they don't want to keep them looking good. And the Colognes aren't going to do shit on SmackDown Live. We all know that. They're not going to do nothing. So match what it was. And next week we get the triple threat to find out who faces the Bar to go on to face the New Day at Hell in a Cell. So it should be very interesting to see that.
Well, you guys know that. Sorry, all you Raw guys, but the SmackDown Live tag division is way better than Raw's. I mean, it is so much better. I mean, even though the Colognes were there, yes, but it was still a pretty darn good triple threat match for the tag match. But yeah, it was still. I mean, and next week, Sanity, New Day, and against Rusev Day, and I think personally, I think what's happening there, I think Aiden English is going to turn on Rusev.
Ooh. The Clones are a great jobber team like this. Wow. I'm not going to even finish that sentence, Adam Bomb, because that is blasphemy. So you think Aiden English turns on Rusev Day. So who do you got coming out next week? We got Sanity, Usos, and Aiden English and Rusev. Justin, who do you got next week coming out?
To me, it's kind of obvious. I think it's going to be the Usos.
We get the Usos versus the Bar for the shot to take on the New Day. What about you, Dave?
It's going to be Usos versus New Day.
Okay, Usos versus New Day. All right.
I mean, I think it has to be the Bar. I mean, the Bar already lost to the Usos last year at Survivor Series for Raw Tag Team, for SmackDown Tag Team, but I think, do we really want to see another Usos and New Day feud, really, already?
Not really, but
I mean, even though they'll probably put on a great match, but I think it's time to do something with the Bar. Unfortunately, I do think it would probably be the Usos winning. I agree, because I would like to see Sanity win and go on and do something. Use some other teams you haven't really used yet. That'd be nice. But, yeah, I have a feeling it's probably going to be the Usos.
It would be nice to see the Sanity win. And Little Zay says we're sleeping on Sanity. And I would love to. I would love to agree with you.
I don't think we
right. The way they've been booked, it feels kind of even silly to predict that they would win. Because there's really – the way they've been booked, you would think they have no shot. And I would be surprised if they did. Because they're most likely going to be taking the pin. They're going to probably get the pin fall on them, probably the Usos. So we'll see what happens next week, but they did announce that on SmackDown Live tonight. But then we had Jeff Hardy come down to the ring and cuts a promo on Randy Orton and then lays the challenge out for Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell. Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton inside a Hell in a Cell match. Now, I think it was on Sunday that I announced that Samoa Joe and AJ Styles were going to be going one-on-one in Hell in a Cell, and I even said it was in a Hell in a Cell match, but it is not. It is not in a Hell in a Cell. So right now, there's only 2 Hell in a Cell matches right now. Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, and Strowman and Roman Reigns. It is a 4-hour pay-per-view. Dave, do you think they add 1 or 2 more Hell in a Cell matches, or do you think they add no more?
Man, I hope they do. But I mean, if I had to guess, I would say no. Even though it is, it's a 4-hour show. Why can't you have like 3 Hell in a Cell matches or 4 even? Are they going to say that's going to overstature? Does people think that would be too much with those 4 Hell in a Cell matches?
I don't think so.
Because I think Joe and AJ deserve to be in the Hell in a Cell. Like I was telling Tony before we went on, it's like this match right here alone should be in the Hell in a Cell. The Joe, I don't mind Jeff Hardy in the Hell in a Cell. I don't, but I mean, because he wanted to do this, and I think it'd be fun to see him and Orton in the Cell. And will they let Jeff climb the Cell? That'd be interesting.
Well, see, the thing is that you have a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view coming up, and for usually at Hell in a Cell pay-per-views, they don't have rivalries that more than one rivalry or maybe 2 that belong in a Hell in a Cell. It's usually about 1 or 2 that belong in a Hell in a Cell. This year, it's iffy on how you feel about Strowman and Reigns. I get you, but Styles and Joe belong in a Hell in a Cell.
Absolutely, that's for damn sure.
Charlotte and Becky Lynch belongs in a Hell in a Cell. Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton belongs in a Hell in a Cell. Funny that they're all 3 on SmackDown Live.
Yep.
If they really wanted to do another Hell in a Cell on Raw, they can even throw in a tag team match with Ambrose and Rollins inside a Hell in a Cell with McIntyre and Ziggler. It would work. There's a lot of feuds that belong or work inside Hell in a Cell matches.
See, I don't know about that.
We're not going to get them all.
I don't know about Rollins and them in a Hell in a Cell a tag match. I mean, to me, that'd make no sense. But, hell, I would even take that mixed tag match in a Hell in a Cell because Bryan and Miz's feud definitely belongs in a cell.
Oh, well, yeah, that mixed tag match in a Hell in a Cell is never going to happen.
I know, but that would add a lot of intrigue.
The reason why I'm saying that probably the Rollins and Ambrose stuff, because maybe that would be the end of the feud. Bye-bye, they move on. Move on to something else for Rollins. Move on to something else for McIntyre and Ziggler. Because this feud's been going on for quite some time. Past SummerSlam. I mean, past what was the pay-per-view before that? Extreme Rules.
Yep.
But it's just going to be kind of upsetting that probably one of the matches that we wanted to see inside of Hell in a Cell, maybe 2, probably are not going to happen. So Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton inside Hell in a Cell. Justin, your thoughts? Because you're the Randy Orton fan.
Honestly, I don't like it. I mean, yes, this feud does belong inside Hell in a Cell. And the reason I say I don't like it is because I do not want to see Jeff Hardy do a swanton bomb off the top of the damn Hell in a Cell. I mean, he's doing stupid shit right now, which I know that's the badass thing to see, but sooner or later, he's going to hurt himself real bad. And, that's just going to suck. I do not want to see that shit off the Hell in a Cell. Especially from him.
The funny thing is that Jeff Hardy the rumors going around was that Jeff Hardy was injured and could barely do stuff in the ring and was toning it down a lot and doing this and that. And here you have him. You saw the move that he did at SummerSlam, and then you see what he's going to be doing in a Hell in a Cell with Randy Orton. They're not going to be holding anything back, I would assume.
Nope.
So it just feels like Jeff Hardy is probably trying to. I mean, it seems like Jeff Hardy's numbers are coming. It's dwindling down. It's definitely dwindling with him in the WWE, and his numbers are minimum these days. With the moves he can do, the high risks, the matches that he can pull off, it's just not the same Jeff Hardy that we saw a couple of years ago. So maybe this is his little way of riding out in the sunset. He, like Dave mentioned, Jeff Hardy always wanted to be in a Hell in a Cell match, and he's going to be in with one of the possible legends of wrestling in Randy Orton, depending on your opinion.
And Orton is a pretty safe worker most of the time, so I mean, I do like that aspect.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Maybe this is their way of maybe having maybe Jeff Hardy do some type of crazy, maybe we get the boot, maybe he gets kicked in the face or something like that. And we'll see what happens on what's up, Dr. Hughes? My bad, I couldn't say hello to you, and Periscope is acting up. It's not letting me see who is joining the show. So thank you for joining, Mr. Huge. How you doing, my friend? So let's move on to Naomi and Billie Kay. Not really much to talk about there other than Billie Kay getting a win, and that was her first win since 2016 when she was on NXT. So congratulations to Billie Kay on finally getting a win in almost 2 years. So congratulations, Billie Kay. Next, we had the Brie Bella and Daniel Bryan segment, which led to Cien Almas and Zelina Vega coming down and interrupting them to getting a match made by Paige. So we saw Daniel Bryan take on Cien Almas, a match that we all been wanting to see since both were brought to SmackDown Live. The match was 100 miles per hour. These guys were not holding back. Ended in a disqualification because The Miz gets involved. But all in all, Almas looked pretty good against Daniel Bryan, and it's a match that left a lot of fans wanting more and hope that these two guys end up wrestling in the future again. And I read online that Daniel Bryan has been wanting this match for quite some time, so I'm glad he finally got it. Justin, your thoughts of the one-on-one matchup we got tonight?
Well, really quick before that, though, I just want to say one thing about the Billie Kay match. The only thing I liked about that is she talked shit about the Toronto Raptors. So that was pretty awesome there. But no, Daniel Bryan and Almas, holy shit, that was an amazing match. I mean, just think about it. They had that good of a match with the time limit they had. Can you imagine if they were given like 30 to 45 minutes and just had a badass one-on-one match? I mean, that would be amazing. I really enjoyed the hell out of this match. Of course, we got Miz and Maurice at the end getting their shit in, but other than that, the match was phenomenal. It was really good.
Your audio is again going out, Justin. I don't know, maybe your hand's over the mic or something, but your audio was really low on that one.
Maybe my headphones are about to die. I don't know.
What about you, Dave? Your thoughts?
It was definitely interesting to see Brie Bella out there with Daniel Bryan, so that was definitely odd for me. But yeah, everyone still loved that Brie Mode song, I'm sure.
Yeah, Brie Bella is the only woman wrestler that is on SmackDown and on Raw, everybody.
Yeah, she's pulling a John Cena.
Yeah, they haven't really explained that very much. But yeah, they did announce that she would be wrestling on Raw, but she is also on SmackDown Live as well. So
when they first came out, I thought we were going to see a mixed tag match for a moment. That's what I thought we were going to get, a little preview or something like that. But yeah, like Justin said, the match was good. It was entertaining. And, yeah, would we like to see the clean finish? Sure. But once you knew Miz was coming down, you knew something hokey was about to go down. And I don't understand why the referee kept standing there when Vega was already off the apron. He wasn't even looking at the guy he's supposed to be tapping out. I don't know if he did or not. I can't remember if he tapped or not. But yeah, it seems like kind of like with the Joe stuff, which we'll get there, that the heel are getting all the heat right now. So it almost makes you want to flip that way and think, okay, you know what's going to happen at the pay-per-view type thing. You know what's coming, yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, it was good. It was fun to see. I'm sure our buddy Alex will really be loving this match. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I enjoyed it. There was great spots. I mean, first time I can remember since Daniel Bryan's been back in the ring that we've seen him actually do and complete a suicide dive. I think that's the first time he's actually done that. So I was kind of surprised about that.
But, yeah, he did a lot more high-risk maneuvers tonight with Almas.
Yeah, I mean, him doing that little suicide dive was like, wow. I haven't seen him do that once in a match. But, yeah.
Nope,
Yeah,
but
he looked good.
Yeah, he looked good. Yeah.
And we'll see what happens with Almas and Daniel Bryan in the future. But Almas got a nice little showing tonight as well, and we'll see what happens with them later down in the line. So we had AJ Styles come out, basically have a promo towards Samoa Joe, and basically Samoa Joe called his wife, said that he's going to be at the
barbecue
back-to-school barbecue next week. So that's going to be interesting to see if Samoa Joe actually shows up at a house, kind of like Randy Orton, Triple H-esque storyline back in the day. Because this is very personal. They're going with the family crap, getting the wife involved, kids involved. But unfortunately, this match doesn't seem to be worthy enough for Hell in a Cell yet. So, Justin, your thoughts of this segment and your thoughts on why you think it's not in a Hell in a Cell.
Man, well, first of all, I mean, this feud is the best in the company right now. There's no other feud that's close to it. Maybe Bryan and The Miz, but I mean, this feud is so personal, it's not even funny. I mean, the segment was great. Of course, you had Joe calling AJ's wife again, saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be at the barbecue next weekend." And then, of course, that set off AJ. He went to go find him in the back. He didn't see him. But, I mean, this feud has just been great. And as far as it being in Hell in a Cell, it better, or I'm going to be really pissed off. Because if there's only one Hell in a Cell match, this should be it. But, of course, we're getting multiple, so that's not the case. But, I mean, this feud is just so damn good.
Yeah, you would think that the way they're playing the storyline up, that this would be ended up in a Hell in a Cell. But it hasn't been announced yet any kind of stipulation to the match other than what we saw tonight, where we saw the Super Show where it's going to be Samoa Joe and AJ Styles in a stipulation match, which will probably be a match to be named later, basically. What was that comment? All actors with rigged matches. Wow, big dog. You're very smart, dude. High five, dude. Good job. You know wrestling. Congratulations. So that's when we're told that it will be Jeff Hardy taking on Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell. Very looking forward to that match. And that's when we got the main event. And they actually gave these women some time. It was probably about 15, 20 minutes left in the show. And these women were given time. Carmella this was her best performance by far, I thought, at least. I know I've been saying that quite a bit in her matches, but tonight she really shined. But the only thing that kind of caught me off guard with this match was the ending. I mean, Carmella was dominating this match for the most part. Her can run off the top rope, numerous near falls. But then Charlotte, out of nowhere, catches her with the spear, natural selection, locks in the figure eight, match is over. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. What did you think?
Who?
Dave, I'm sorry.
Really quick on the Joe and AJ stuff I agree.
Oh, sorry, Dave.
You're fine. I agree with Justin. I mean, I think I tweeted earlier, I think SmackDown right now, to me anyway, it has the best rivalries compared to what Raw has going on right now. I mean, you have Miz and Bryan, Joe and AJ, and even the Becky Lynch storyline is really interesting. So, and this should be Hell in a Cell, like we said. And now that we kind of got spoiled a little bit, you want to say, with that stipulation alert for the Showdown Under, or whatever it's called. But I mean, it's kind of a little bit disappointing that this isn't going to be bigger, because the only thing that separates this, because I know they probably really don't have heat, but when I look at Miz and Bryan, you almost believe they really don't like each other. When you look at Joe and AJ, you know they're like best friends. So, I mean, that's the reason it separates a little bit for me. The reason I would go a little more Bryan and Miz of the feud rivalry-wise, just because it seems legitimate, which it probably isn't, but it just seems. But we all know from Joe and AJ's past that they're really like best friends. But yeah, but like you said, going on to Carmella, I really wasn't that into this match. It was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of slow, and the crowd was really not into it either. They kept chanting for Becky. So, I mean, yeah, but the ending was a good payoff, and the whole bitch slowdown at the end was good. And like you said, it ended really quickly like that, so maybe they got, I don't know, it just seemed like they got, time to go home, girls, and I don't know, maybe something like that. But yeah, it was weird. It definitely was a weird ending, which, I don't know. I mean, it was just strange, but we got the Becky ending, so that was always good. And then Charlotte sitting there all upset crying, it seemed like. And
maybe they lost track of time, maybe. That's possible.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell are they doing? I mean, we talked about before we went on the air, it's like, You have Braun Strowman a heel now, and Becky Lynch a heel. Two people the fans obviously do not want as heels, and they're strongly behind. And yet you won't. I mean, you said there might be a double turn down the line or sooner than later, but right now it's just like it's so weird. Like, what are they doing?
Well, I mean, eventually they're going to have to do something. Not so much. I mean, we all know Strowman and Reigns, they're not going to do shit. But the Becky Lynch and Charlotte, eventually something's going to have to happen because the fans are strongly behind Becky Lynch. They're cheering her. Anything she does, she gets cheered. She's not going to get booed by the fans because the fans want her to win the belt. They don't want
Yep.
Charlotte no more. So they're not going to get what they want. They're going to get every week the fans are going to cheer for Becky Lynch unless they're in Charlotte's backyard. So
And Becky better win. I'm sorry, this is pointless to do if she doesn't win the title at Hell in a Cell.
we'll find out in a couple of weeks. Justin, your thoughts?
So, okay, I agree with you 100% saying that Carmella is, this is probably her best match. And she has gradually gotten better week after week. Now, with that being said, this match was a little bit sloppy in places. You had the one spot where Charlotte went through the ropes and Carmella went to kick her when she was on the apron. And I don't know if Charlotte missed or Carmella missed. So that was one spot. And then on the other hand, you had where Charlotte went for a spear and Carmella wasn't even there in the area where she went to go spear her at. So that was kind of weird on that one. And like you said, the match ended weird. So overall, it was a good match. That Hurricanrana was awesome. I did not expect that from Carmella at all. So that was nice to see that in her arsenal. But other than that, the match was okay. The match was pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, just kind of weird, funky little finish. How they kind of ended it real quick, to where she's dominating, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 it was over. Like they kind of lost track of time during the match. But Carmella, I mean, from what she came in from SmackDown Live and how much hate she got from when she won the title, and a lot of people saying that she wasn't that great in the ring and she doesn't deserve the belt. And yeah, she's annoying, and the promos of her reminding us that she's beaten Charlotte twice and all this crap was kind of an overkill. But for the most part, she progressed a lot over the last couple of months as a champion. She got better in the ring. Her mic skills probably could use a little bit better of work, but she got better over the time being. And kind of like Liv Morgan, the more she got put out there in the ring, the more she got the spotlight, the better she was able to shine. And I'm not necessarily saying that I want to see Carmella continue in the feuds, but I wouldn't mind Carmella getting drafted to Raw or something like that and getting, a serious run at a feud someday. She proved herself to me.
Now,
Go ahead.
Now, could Charlotte have won the match like that and got beat down the whole match just to show how exhausted she was? So when Becky came out, she had a clear advantage to take her out.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely.
It just seemed kind of odd that she just got done pinning her and then she gets speared. Boom, boom, boom. Match is over. And it was like the referee said, "Oh shit, we're almost out of time. You need to wrap this up quickly."
Well,
and that's what they did.
Well, isn't that?
Oh, Todoro asked, "Where's Asuka been?"
I was just gonna say that.
Amen.
She's breaking up fights. That's what she's doing.
Yeah.
She breaks up fights now.
She'll probably be teaming with the Naomi now against the Iconics.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a good point there, Justin. All right, so everybody get your rating fingers ready because we're gonna set you up for Thursday night show here. She's with her dad, Tajiri. yeah, that's also true as well.
That was funny. That was pretty good.
So, Dave, what would you give SmackDown Live tonight?
I don't think there's a lot of good matches on the show, but I thought overall they did really good on the storyline progression with AJ and Joe and then Miz and Bryan. So I'll give it better than Raw, enjoyable overall, like a 3.
Okay. Justin?
I 100% agree with Dave, but I'm gonna give it a 4. I enjoyed it. I really did.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5, just because I like the feuds on SmackDown, and Raw fucked up everything on Raw. Raw, for the most part, was entertaining, but they fucked up on so much shit that it was laughable. the Shield stuff, there's a lot of stuff on Raw that just didn't make no sense. That they were just all over the place, and the only thing that made me happy after Raw was finding out that Shawn Michaels will be on Raw next week.
And the
So
crazy thing is, Raw flew by, and usually it doesn't.
yeah, Raw flew by for me. I don't know about you guys, but Raw flew really quick. As soon as I know, it's 30 minutes left in the show. It's like, holy crap, Raw went by really, really quick tonight. But it just didn't. Oh yeah, the Shield T-shirts. Oh, we touched on that, man. It's just amazing that last week, right after Raw went off air, 10 minutes after Raw was over, Shield has new T-shirts. Now they're adding cities to the Shield T-shirts to make even sales more higher. Smart on you, Vince McMahon. Smart, my friend. Very good. But other than that, Raw was blech. So Thursday night, everybody. You see Dr. Huge in the show right now. He's going to be doing the pre-show of Impact, the Redefined episode that is Thursday night. We have some pretty good matches on that card. We got Brian Cage and Eddie Edwards taking on Austin Aries and Killer Cross. We have Brian Cage taking on Phoenix for the X Division Championship. We have Su Yung, Tessa Blanchard, and Allie for the Impact Women's Championship, and we're going to go in there with a clean slate and act like we do not know who the winner is. Okay, guys? We have Rich Swann taking on Petey Williams, I believe possibly for the first time ever. I could be wrong. In a one-on-one match. Who did I say? Who did I say?
What?
No, it's Moose and Eddie Edwards. Did I say someone else?
Yeah, I think you said Cage twice.
Oh, my bad. I apologize. And that's it. That's the only matches so far. So it's Swan and Petey Williams, triple threat match, Su Yung, Tessa Blanchard, and Allie, Brian Cage and Phoenix, and then we got Moose and Eddie Edwards taking on Aries and Killer Cross. Dave, out of those 4 matches, which match are you most looking forward to?
Oh, Phoenix and Cage.
Are any Impact wrestlers going to be at All In? I believe so.
Like
a
all
bunch
of
of them
them
are. Yeah, a bunch of them are.
I don't know. Did Sami Callihan announce that he was going to be at All In?
Oh, maybe he won't be, but it's like everyone else is.
But I know Moose is in that Battle Royal, I believe.
And if they're not fighting, they're going to be at like the convention, like the meet and greet and stuff.
And Pentagon too. Pentagon's in facing Kenny Omega.
Blanchard's in a 4-way.
Tessa Blanchard's in a 4-way with Chelsea Green, Madison Rayne, and Baker. What's her name?
Britt Baker.
Is it Britt Baker?
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure.
Girlfriend,
yeah, Adam Cole's girlfriend. WWE Raw is just a fake show. Don't understand how people like it a lot. I prefer MMA at best. It's real. So why would you come in here? Nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares. Then good for you. Enjoy MMA, bro. A lot of people in here watch MMA. Nobody gives a shit that you don't like WWE or wrestling. Like, why would you come in here and waste your time? Appreciate you coming in here adding to the viewage, but my God, that was a waste of your time, my friend. Nobody gives a shit. You're not pissing off anybody in here. So Impact Wrestling looks good for Thursday night. Also on NXT, we will have Ricochet and Pete Dunne taking on the Undisputed Era, which was, I believe, Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. So that should be a very entertaining match in itself, and an entertaining NXT show tomorrow night if you are watching it tomorrow night. I watch my NXTs on Thursday morning. Thank you, Brandon, Mr. Brandon Catino. Thank you for joining us, man. Keep on the lookout. We might need you to pop on the show in the future. So appreciate you coming on a couple of weeks ago. But again, Dr. Huge will be going on Thursday before Impact. He's the pre-show guy. We're the post-show guys. So we would really appreciate you guys joining both shows. He'll get you ramped up for Redefined, and we'll get you guys touching on it and talking about it after Thursday night. Yeah, so Thursday night will be just around the corner. And then we'll be live again on Sunday night. Should be an interesting show on Sunday. Hopefully we'll be a little bit more to talk about. If there's anything you guys want us to touch on Sunday night, hit us up in the suggestion box, which is the direct message on Twitter at Get the Tables. Also, if you haven't already, follow us on YouTube at Get the Tables Podcast over on the YouTube channel. And also, oh, yes, Bob Ruski. Oh, yes. Oh, forgot. Thank you for reminding me, Bobaruski. There will not be a Sunday show. Thank you for reminding me there. No Sunday night show because we're going to be live Saturday night for All In. Thank you, Bobaruski, for reminding me that. So Saturday night we'll be live for All In post show. Right after All In is over, Dave and I believe Alex will be here too. We'll be touching on the post show of All In, and then we'll be shooting the shit with you guys as well after we touch on All In because it's only an 8-match card, I believe, Dave, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm probably getting All In. Do you think the camera footage will look good for All In? I'm not sure what that means. Like,
I think it means quality of production.
Oh, right. Yes. I have had no issues with Fight TV. No issues.
Oh, I don't know if you meant Fight TV or if you meant like them overall. You know, compared
Like
to
the
like the
production,
Yeah.
production from the show. I mean, that's a good question. I would assume so.
You would think it would have to be pretty good.
It might have an indie look to it, kind of like the Twitch shows for Impact, but a lot bigger form. I would say yes. I would not be worried about it at all. I think it's going to be good quality. I think they know what they're doing there.
Yeah, because we watched Slammiversary, and that was some pretty good quality. It can't be no worse than that.
Right, and they have a good production on it. They're going to be on WGN, so it's not like they're a bunch of rookies running All In. They know what they're doing. It's going to be a good show. So Saturday night, everybody, will be a post show predictions. Thursday, after our Impact show, we'll throw a really quick prediction at you guys, and then Saturday it's going to be good. I'm trying to still work on this watch party, how I'm going to try to do it, but definitely a post show.
Hey, are we gonna add? Because next week the Mae Young Classic starts. So are we gonna add that to our Thursday show then?
Yes, we'll touch on the Mae Young Classic on Thursdays.
Now, to add to that, tomorrow after NXT, they're going to do the brackets for the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, they'll be announcing the brackets tomorrow night as well. And yeah, so it's going to be a good couple of weeks of wrestling. So a huge October for WWE, and get you ready for Survivor Series and Royal Rumble after that. So I'm excited for that. And All In on Saturday night should be very, very good. And I hope everybody can join us because, man, Sunday night we had a little bit over 400 viewers on Sunday night. Tonight we had over 2,900. So thank you guys so very much. Maybe it is going live on Sunday nights. Maybe that's going to hurt the viewers a little bit, but who cares? Sunday night was wasn't Sunday night a little bit more refreshing because Sunday night was more of the followers of the show. We didn't get trolls. We didn't get porn bots. It was nice. It was really nice. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. Don't forget, Thursday night we'll be live for Impact Wrestling and NXT post shows. So don't forget that. Call-ins, yes, Adam Baum, we will be doing call-ins for Saturday night's All-In show, definitely.
Hey, that's good too.
Justin, any last comments before we end tonight's show?
Nope, I was going to talk about the Mae Young Classic brackets, but I just said it, so.
All right, we already did the giveaway yet. The next giveaway will be when we hit 1,000 followers on Periscope. If you want to do a giveaway, Ed, you know what you can do? Cheap plug 101 right here. You go to our profile, go to the Patreon account, you drop a measly $1, and you'll be in a giveaway at the end of the month. Every month, you just got to drop $1. That's all you got to do. And you'll be in a giveaway every month, and you don't have to come in here and ask me about giveaways. You already know when they are. So, yeah, then it's in the profile. Thank you, everybody, for the 3,000 views tonight. Y'all are awesome. Peck and Rod, Mr. Budweiser, Adam Awesome, Bob Aruski, Will Miller, Alice Masfan, Ted, Jeffrey Cross, Adam Downs, Derek. We have Scorpion. We had Jody. We had Bliss. We had Speeds. We had, who else? Dr. Huge came by. Who else was in here? Brandon Cantino. Everybody who came by tonight, thank you so much. Thank you for the people that jumped over on the YouTube as well. Don't forget DX. I already said you. I said you, right? Yeah, Adam Awesome. No, I did not say Kevin. DX, man, my bad. Peck and Ron, thank you for that. Appreciate that, guys. But don't forget to jump on our YouTube, hit that subscribe, and jump on our Twitter as well, and follow us on Periscope. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers. We're very, very, very close. So thank you guys for the amazing support. Dave, anything else?
No, that should be it. It's going to be interesting this weekend, though.
Iowa neck, my friend.
This weekend will be interesting because we're going to be up against college football.
Fuck it. I don't care. We're ready. We're ready. We are ready. Thank you, guys. Iowa Neck, appreciate you always interacting with me on Twitter. It's always fun. Ron, thank you for the nice words. Jody Mania, Bliss, everybody, Brandon After, who came by as well. Thank you guys so very much. Yes, it's going to be a sports-packed weekend because college football opens up this weekend, last week of preseason. We're ready, though. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. We will see you guys on Thursday. Have a safe hump day, and be safe, everybody. Thanks.